Welcome to House Lux Estate, your go-to channel for all things cryptocurrency. Today, we will be exploring the fascinating world of Bitcoin mining. It's a concept that can seem a little elusive, a little mysterious, even to the most tech-savvy among us. Yet, understanding the mechanics of Bitcoin mining is crucial to grasping the broader cryptocurrency landscape. Here at House Lux Estate, we believe in breaking down complex topics into clear, straightforward explanations. And that's exactly what we aim to do with Bitcoin mining. We'll be pulling back the curtain to reveal the intricate processes that keep the Bitcoin network ticking. From hashing and proof of work to block rewards and mining pools, we'll leave no stone unturned. So fasten your seatbelts as we delve into the heart of Bitcoin mining. It's going to be a thrilling, enlightening ride. So what exactly is Bitcoin mining? It's not about pickaxes and hard hats, that's for sure. Bitcoin mining, in its simplest form, is the process of adding transaction records to Bitcoin's public ledger, known as the blockchain. Now, why is this ledger so important? Well, the blockchain is the heart of Bitcoin's functioning. It's a record-keeping mechanism that is both transparent and unchangeable. Every single transaction made using Bitcoin is stored on the blockchain. It's essentially a massive, decentralized public register of all transactions that have ever taken place in the Bitcoin network. But how does Bitcoin mining fit into this? Well, think of Bitcoin miners as the blockchain's record keepers. Miners collect transactions into blocks and add them to the blockchain. By doing this, they validate and confirm these transactions to the rest of the network. But it's not just about record keeping. Bitcoin mining also has another crucial role. It's the method through which new Bitcoins are released into circulation. Yes, you heard it right. Mining doesn't just validate transactions, it also introduces new Bitcoins into the market. Here's how it works. Miners compete to solve a complex mathematical problem based on a cryptographic hash algorithm. The solution to this problem is what forms the next block on the blockchain. The miner who solves this problem first gets rewarded with a certain number of new Bitcoins. This is what we call the block reward. Now, this reward is not constant. In fact, it halves every 210,000 blocks, an event known as halving. This halving mechanism ensures that the total number of Bitcoins that will ever exist is limited to 21 million. So, Bitcoin mining is not just about securing the network and validating transactions. It's also about bringing new Bitcoins into the world. And that's a critical part of why Bitcoin has value, because there's a limited supply. In essence, Bitcoin mining is the engine that keeps the Bitcoin network running smoothly. Now that we know what Bitcoin mining is, the question is, how does it work? Bitcoin mining is a fascinating process that involves a blend of advanced computer science and intricate mathematics. It is like a massive competitive lottery where your chances of winning increase with the computational power you contribute. But let's break it down a bit further. Firstly, let's talk about transaction verification. Every time someone sends or receives Bitcoin, the transaction is recorded in a digital ledger known as the blockchain. However, these transactions aren't just automatically added. They need to be verified to ensure their authenticity. Here's where the miners step in. Miners are essentially auditors. Their job is to verify previous Bitcoin transactions to prevent double spending, ensuring the legitimacy of Bitcoin transactions. Now let's move on to block creation. Once a miner has verified 1 megabyte worth of Bitcoin transactions, known as a block, they are eligible to be rewarded with Bitcoin. However, it's not as simple as it sounds. Being eligible doesn't guarantee that they'll receive the reward. And that's where the mining process comes into play. Bitcoin mining involves miners competing against each other to solve a complex mathematical problem using cryptographic hash functions. This process is known as proof of work. The work here is the time and computational power required to solve these problems. And the proof is the solution to the problem. Here's where it gets a little technical. The mathematical problem involves taking a string of data from the new block and running it through a hash function, which returns a fixed-length string of digits. This string needs to start with a certain number of zeros. The difficulty of these problems is adjusted every 2 weeks to ensure that it takes approximately 10 minutes to solve them. The miner who solves the problem first gets to add the new block of verified transactions to the blockchain. And here's the exciting part. They are rewarded with a certain amount of new minted Bitcoin, along with any transaction fees from the verified transactions. This is the way new Bitcoins are released into circulation and how miners make a profit. But why go through all this trouble? Well, Bitcoin mining is not just about earning Bitcoin. It's an essential part of the Bitcoin network's security. By verifying transactions, miners are helping to prevent the double spending problem, a fraudulent technique of spending the same amount twice. So, in a nutshell, Bitcoin mining involves solving complex mathematical problems to add a new block to the blockchain. It's a process that requires significant computational power and energy, but it's crucial for the functioning and security of the Bitcoin network. And for the miners, it's the way they earn their Bitcoin. You might be wondering, why is all this mining necessary? Well, let's dive into the crux of it all. Bitcoin mining is the backbone of the Bitcoin network. It's the process that keeps the network secure, trustworthy, and, most importantly, decentralized. But how does it do all that? Let's begin with security. In the world of Bitcoin, mining is the equivalent of a colossal worldwide security force. Miners validate and verify every transaction, ensuring that no one is trying to game the system. They're like the guardians of the Bitcoin universe, working round the clock to keep it safe. Now picture the concept of double spending. In a digital world, it's easy to imagine someone duplicating a Bitcoin and spending it twice. But mining prevents this. When a miner validates a transaction, it's recorded on the blockchain, a public ledger that's virtually tamper-proof. Once it's there, it's permanent. No double spending can occur, maintaining the integrity of the Bitcoin network. But perhaps one of the most significant roles of mining is in ensuring the decentralization of Bitcoin. In traditional banking systems, a central authority verifies transactions. But in the Bitcoin network, anyone can be a miner. There's no central authority. This decentralization is fundamental to Bitcoin's philosophy. It's about putting power back in the hands of the people, and mining is the mechanism that makes it possible. Furthermore, mining also serves as a way to introduce new Bitcoins into the system. It's like a reward system. Miners solve complex mathematical problems, verify transactions, and in return, they're rewarded with newly minted Bitcoins. It's a win-win, really. So you see, mining is not just about digging for digital gold. It's a complex system that maintains the security, integrity, and decentralization of the Bitcoin network. It's the engine that keeps Bitcoin running smoothly, the workhorse that ensures every transaction is valid and every coin is unique. Without miners, the Bitcoin network would simply cease to function. Now you have a better understanding of what Bitcoin mining is and why it's crucial to the Bitcoin network. We've journeyed from the basics of Bitcoin mining to its intricate details. It's a process that underpins the entire Bitcoin network, and understanding it can enrich your perspective on this digital gold rush. Let's take a moment to revisit the key points. Bitcoin mining is a computational process that involves solving complex mathematical puzzles. It's not just a high-tech treasure hunt. It is an integral part of how transactions are verified within the Bitcoin network. Without miners, there would be no one to confirm the legitimacy of Bitcoin transactions, and the whole system would crumble. But miners don't just verify transactions. They also play a critical role in the release of new Bitcoins. Remember, there's a finite number of Bitcoins, 21 million to be exact. Miners are rewarded with these Bitcoins for their efforts, effectively bringing new coins into circulation. This is how Bitcoin, unlike traditional currencies, manages its own kind of monetary policy. And let's not forget, Bitcoin mining contributes to the overall security of the Bitcoin network. By solving those complex puzzles, miners are helping to secure the network against fraudulent activities. It's a constant game of cat and mouse, where miners are the guardians of the Bitcoin fortress. So, as you can see, Bitcoin mining isn't just about trying to make a quick buck. It's a vital cog in the Bitcoin machine, ensuring the network remains secure, transactions are verified, and new Bitcoins are steadily released. Thank you for joining us on this journey of discovery. We hope it's given you a deeper appreciation of the intricate workings of the Bitcoin network and the critical role of Bitcoin mining. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to subscribe to House Lux Estate for more insightful videos about cryptocurrency. Until next time, keep mining those Bitcoins.